Hi friends, welcome back to Ignite Fitness. Today we're going to go through a total body stretch. From head to toe, we are going to stretch everything out. I know the instinct is to just say, you know what, I'm not going to bother with this workout. It's not important, but it truly is. These rest and recovery days are so crucial for continuing on your strength journey, continuing on your fitness journey, repairing those muscles, flooding your body with oxygen, and making you feel overall really, really good. Really stretched out, long and lean and completely mobile. Okay, so let's start with a few deep breaths here. Close your eyes and let's just take our arms up over our head. 3, 2, 1. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. 2 more. Last one. Just place your hands on your knees and take a few more deep breaths. You need to really flood that body with oxygen. And here we're going to open our eyes, and we're just going to start by rolling our head all the way one way, and then all the way down. And back again. Nice and slow movement. You don't want to have a ballistic movement with a head roll here. From here, we are just going to put our hand onto one side of our head, resting the other on our knee, and just stretching out the side of the neck. We hold so much tension in our neck. I think that a lot of us don't realize exactly what we're carrying there. These stretches are so important. And switching sides. And then those nice deep breaths. And from here, we're going to take our chin and point it all the way towards the ceiling. Really feeling that stretch up the front. I know I clench my jaw when I sleep, so I hold so much tension in the front of my neck. And now we're going to take our head and just press it down to the front. Beautiful. Alright, let's start by taking our arm across our chest and start bringing the shoulders in. Sure that shoulder is pulled away from the ear, it's not up here. It's nice and low. Switching sides. And let's take our arms up overhead. Reach that arm as far as you can down your back. Really reaching and stretching out that tricep. Switching sides. Nice big deep breaths, guys. It's so easy to forget to breathe. I do it too. And then we're just going to take some nice stretches side to side. A little bit of active stretching here. Really pushing through, getting a little further each time. This time we're going to hold, reaching it over, trying to get that forearm to the ground. And switching sides. And from here we're going to go into a nice little spinal twist. So keeping our legs crossed, just twisting back. Hold it nice and tight. You feel a little stretch on the back of your shoulders. Really pushing into that knee. And switching sides. If you feel tension anywhere into your body, really focus your breath into that. Breathe into that tension. And exhale it on the release. Or release on the exhale, I should say. Beautiful. All right, let's take ourselves onto our hands and knees. We're going to go into a little cat and cow.
We're going to cat our back up, tucking the chin, holding here.
Exhaling out to cow, really arching that back, creating that space in the glutes as well. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cat. And exhale, cow. Beautiful. From here, we're just going to go into a high plank position. We're just going to hold here for a few seconds. Keeping everything in a nice parallel line. Strong, sturdy. When you're ready, we're going to slowly bend our arms, bringing ourselves down slowly and gently, all the way to our mat. Keeping our hands where they are, elbows tucked in. We're just going to go into a nice inhale and a lift. If you're comfortable here, keep going. If you want to go a little deeper and come in to that full cobra, you can. And if you think you're ready, you can go into full up dog. Up dog, you're lifting that pelvis up, really getting lots of length throughout those abdominal muscles. Moving with your breath. Beautiful. From here, we're going to tuck our toes, nice strong, pushing back into downward dog. Moving those feet around until you find a comfortable position. You want to walk the dog, just stepping out those heels. Beautiful. Getting a little bit more length in the back of the legs and those calf muscles. Beautiful. From here, we're just going to drop to our knees and sink into a child's pose. So sinking those hips back, reaching those fingertips as far forward as you can. Hold here. Just want to walk our hands all the way over to one side. Creating some length in those lat muscles. And then all the way to the opposite side. From here, we're going to come back onto our bellies. We're going to go into one of my favorite stretches. We're going to take one arm out, all the way out, and we're going to twist our body back in toward that arm, keeping the hand on the mat for support. Really feeling that nice stretch. You can get a nice stretch on your quad here. Nice spinal rotation. Relaxing into that breath. We'll come back over. I'm just going to rotate on my mat so I don't smack myself into the wall. Taking that opposite arm out now. Hand on the mat for support. Rotating in to that arm. Getting a nice chest stretch here. Beautiful. Coming back now. Come on up to seated position. We're going to take our feet into butterfly. So that's pressing the soles of our feet together, putting our hands on our feet and leaning into those knees. Going as far as you feel comfortable, opening up those hips. time we're going to take our feet out nice and wide into a straddle stretch. You have to kind of wiggle around till you find that nice position. Keeping both sit bones on the mat, we're going to walk our hands forward as far as you can go, taking a few breaths. And if you can sink a little further with each breath, do so.
Nice deep breath, guys.
When you're ready, slowly walk those hands. Yeah, there's a nice little spinal twist here. Maybe not, right? Gotta keep those spines healthy, strong, not all twisted and weird like mine. Beautiful. Bring those feet in nice together. Separate, take a nice big breath up and reach all the way for those toes, reaching as far as you can. If you can grab your toes, awesome. If you're at your calf or your shin muscle, that's totally fine. Don't hold on to your knees though. Always reaching wherever you're comfortable and breathing. Let's go into our backs here, guys. The first stretch I want to take us through is a nice deep glute stretch. As in my workouts, we tend to work the glutes a lot. So we're going to take one leg over top our other leg, just resting it comfortably here. And we're going to lift the opposite leg, wrap our hands behind our quad muscle onto our hamstring, pulling that leg into our chest, creating a nice openness in the back of the leg, glutes, hamstring. Breathing here, nice and deep. If you find that you're starting to shake, really focusing on slowing down that breathing. Alright, let's drop that leg, switch sides. Taking that foot over the knee, lifting the leg, reaching behind, and then enjoying that nice deep stretch as you pull that knee closer to your chest. This is so good. Beautiful. Drop that foot, take them down, both legs down to the ground. Then we're going to take our one leg and bring it all the way up, reaching wherever you can go. If you have to grab behind your leg, you can go all the way up to the calf muscle. If you can even grab your foot, do that. Do not grab behind your knee. Just breathe into that leg lengthening stretch. I find in these stretches, this is where I always tend to start to shake. I can feel that muscle really pulling against me, saying, no, I don't want to lengthen. I've been contracted too much. This is where I really take that time to just sink in, breathe, release any tension in my neck so I'm not holding on to tension there. Drop my shoulders and just really lean my breath into that stretch. Creating space in there.
gently releasing those muscles. Bend that knee into your chest here and get a little bit of an opening in the hip. And then we're going to stretch it. Bring it down. Let's switch sides. You have to think, guys, when we're doing strength training workouts, or lifting weights, or even using body weight movements, we're constantly contracting the muscles, right? We're pulling them tighter to build that strength. And when we're curling weights, we're tightening that bicep muscle, shortening those muscles to try and lift the weight, right? So at the end, we stretch to release those muscles, to re-lengthen them out. It's so important, and it's just not commonplace in fitness culture to focus so much on the stretching. You know, it's only really when people think of yoga do they think of the importance of stretching, right? And yoga is not for everybody. Taking that time to breathe and you know, yoga is a very spiritual practice as well. So a lot of people are dissuaded from practicing yoga. Bring that leg into your chest. Take it back up. But it is so important, even if you don't want to do yoga, that you do these stretch series videos. You take the time to repair your body. Beautiful, drop it down. We're going to roll onto our sides and come up now. We're going to press back into that lovely downward dog. Beautiful, just hold here for a few breaths. Really putting all the weight into your palms, into your toes. Distributing the weight. And we're going to take one leg and bring it through our chest into the runner's lunge. I'm going to bring both hands in between here. Hold, really opening up those hips. I know for me, I feel a lot of tension in there today. We're just going to rotate in the knee, opening up the chest. Inhale and squeeze. You can bring your hand around, so feet wrap and twist. Get a little deeper stretch in that glute muscle as well at the side here. Beautiful. Come back to center. Drop that back knee and sink our hips into that hip flexor stretch. You can drop the back toe, really lean into it. Taking those arms above the head or pushing deeper with your hands here on the hips. That's totally okay. You take your hands, interlace them behind your back, squeeze and pull down, opening up that chest. Really stretching out multiple muscle groups at once. Beautiful. Let's lean back and stretch up that hamstring. Find that movement, find where that feels good. You're really getting that stretch. Get a little further, you can drop down to your heel. You should be able to get a little lower with each stretch. Taking those feet back, pressing back into that down dog. When you're ready, take that opposite leg through. Bring both arms inside the knee. If you find these stretches a little too deep, you can take one or both hands up onto the knee, right? This is a more modified stretch. But if you're comfortable coming down, do so. And then just wiggle around until you find the stretch that you need, right? Take your time here. And when you're ready, we can lift and twist. This is such a beautiful stretch. Arm around to the back if you can. And a little bit of twist on that spine. Leaning into that glute muscle and breathe. inhale. Hold in here. Another one. Alright, then we'll drop that back knee, release the toes, and press into that hip flexor stretch. Bring those hands around the back. Once again, opening up the chest, interlacing the fingers and pulling everything open. Leaning into that hip flexor stretch in the front and pushing back again. Again, wiggling around, finding that space. Where do you need the stretch? Move around. You have freedom in these movements to give your body what it needs, what it's searching for, where that little sweet spot of stretching is. Beautiful. Bring it back through. Press back into down dog. When you're ready, let's hop those feet forward. Come up to standing. We're going to turn to the front. Taking those feet wide, we're going to sink down and press into a nice shoulder stretch. Walk through those hips here, guys. So we're going to start building on that hip mobility. Here, switching sides. Beautiful. Really leaning into that stretch. From here, you can take your hands down to the mat. I just want you to move through those hips here, side to side. If you can't, you just want to stay up here, and you just want to move that body side to side, just creating a little bit more space in those hips, whatever feels good. This is my favorite thing to do here, is lean into those hips, really create the space in the inner thighs. Finding that great mobility here. Feels so good to create that wonderful space in there. Right, that's where we really want to avoid building too much tightness is in our hips and cause so much lower back pain, leg pain, sciatica pain. Right. All right, when you're ready, we're going to roll up nice and slow. Come back to standing here. Grab onto the wall if you need. We're going to go into a hamstring stretch. Not a hamstring stretch, I'm sorry. A quadricep stretch. There's too many muscles in the body for me to remember sometimes. Squeeze them together. Quick anatomy lesson. They are called your quadriceps because there are 4 muscles that make up the quadricep muscle. That's why we gotta work them hard to burn them out. 4 thick, fibrous muscles. So much power in there. All right, guys, let's take a nice big inhale up. Thank you for showing up and doing this today. So important, you guys. Drink lots of water. Have an awesome day.